Bodies know the right next step if you give them what they need. We're like plants. Plants
Right.
know how to seek the sunlight, even when they're in the shade. You see a little plant, the way it will reach out and curl around to find a little bit of sunlight. That's
Yeah.
so beautiful. That's what human beings are like.
Mm,
If we as leaders pause and invite people to connect more deeply into themselves. And that
mm.
means we have to be able to do that within our own selves, right?
Yes. Yes,
Can't take
absolutely.
somebody where you're afraid to go.
I want to ask a question because this came up for me too when you were teaching us about felt sense. It's like, well, oh, wait, what am I feeling? And again, I got all into my head. So,
Mhm.
can you share with us that we might not at first be able to feel all these pieces? There might be pieces that are just not available to us yet.
No, that's a very important point. And particularly if we get into talking about trauma and
Hmm.
addiction, feeling into the body is scary, right?
Yep. Yep.
So this is starts to connect with polyvagal theory and what Steve Porges discovered in the vagus nerve, right? So shall we go there?
Yeah, let's go there.
Okay. The thing about polyvagal theory is that it really redefined how we understand our autonomic nervous system, which is this beautiful system in the body that monitors our safety. And Steve gave it the name neuroception.
Yes.
It's a beautiful, he made up a word because we don't have a word for it because we don't value bodies.
Right, right.
Except when they
And
get into
that
trouble and then we have to fix them.
and that neuroception or that checking for safety, that is real or perceived, it's emotional, it's mental, it's physical, right? Like it's not just, oh, there is a tiger in front of me type thing.
It's unconscious. And so we don't think about it. It's the same as with, say, we're sick and our body has this system with our temperature, right? The temperature
Right,
rises when we're ill, but we don't say to ourselves, gee, I think I'm getting the flu. I better rise my temperature.
right,
This
right.
happens, right?
Yeah.
That's part of body wisdom. Our
Yes.
bodies know all kinds of things to do, but we don't respect it. We don't respect all the things bodies know how to do to help us to heal and to move forward. So,
Hmm.
what Steve discovered when he learned about the nervous system, it didn't have this trauma informed dorsal branch of the vagus nerve. It just had the vagus nerve, which was this wonderful state of health and growth and restoration. And then the sympathetic branch, which everybody knows as fight flight. We
Yep,
all know that place, right?
yep, yep,
That ooh, jerking, and we don't think when we jump and when we hear a loud noise. That's
yep.
the nervous system. That's our way of keeping us safe. So he discovered that actually there was another branch of the vagus nerve that he called the dorsal branch, which was connected to a shutdown place in the system when we don't feel safe. So when we don't feel safe, the vagus nerve is struggling and we shift up into sympathetic to either get out of there, to flight, or to fight back. But if we can't do either of those things, then the body is designed to take us to a place of dissociation
Mm,
and shutting down. And that's what those young women in my incest group were doing.
right.
They were shifting back and forth from flight, fight to shutting down. And shutting down looks like often like this and isolating, avoiding eye contact, numbing, and sometimes even dissociating to the extent that you lose time. You don't remember where you are even. Trance kind of state.